Stay back until I work the crime scene, okay?
Detective Lincoln Rhyme was New York City's leading forensic cop. Until an accident disabled his body and destroyed his spirit.
9286.
Now, a killer with no mercy.
You heard about that couple who got in a taxi, never made it home? Found him dead, buried, hands sticking out of the ground with his wife's diamond wedding band shoved on one of his fingers.
And a patrol officer
We got Officer Donahue here to thank for photographing the crucial evidence.
will give him a reason to live.
I want you to work the case with us.
Forensics is not my area.
Are you being modest, or are you a little uneasy about doing some real police work?
He needs her to go where he can't.
Just tell me what to do next.
We don't want to disturb any footprints he might have left.
I can't do this.
Yes, you can. I'm with you every step of the way.
She needs him to interpret the clues.
Lincoln, I found a map of some kind.
Put what you got up on my screen. This crime scene was staged. There's no question the perp knows forensics.
Before the next victim is chosen.
Hey, I got a bad feeling about this.
Doesn't that kind of look like a face?
Third piece of the puzzle. She's gonna be near or in the Woolworth building.
Someone's in there. She's crying.
The perp could still be in there, for God's sake. I gave you so many clues, and you failed.
There's a killer out there. He's laughing at us.
I want this son of a bitch so bad.
Some people win, some people lose. The game is over.
Amelia?
Oh, God.
The Bone Collector.
This film, I believe, has been years in the making. Can you tell us about where you come into the picture on this film? When did you first hear about this movie?
I think I was probably one of the last pieces in. It was Jude and Gwyneth were already doing it, and Jude came to visit me with John Abnett, the producer, and they had this 5-minute tape that Carrie had made to show what could be done in this, and I just sat glued to it, and I was so just really so excited that there was something that could get us all back to it. Just as an actor or as an artist, it's exciting to see something new.
So was that what sparked you to it, as it were? Was this short film? There was a 4 or 5 minute short film, was it? So it wasn't a script. It wasn't a.
No, there wasn't really, because the script you couldn't really understand. You couldn't really it couldn't be explained to you what they were going to do. It was far too complicated to. But really, I trusted Jude. I've known Jude for a long time, and I think he's great. And I'd probably follow him into any crazy adventure because we're friends like that. But I do. I was thrilled that I was invited into this project. And then when I read Frankie, I loved her.
Well, I want to ask about Frankie. I love Frankie too. For people who won't maybe know about the movie, is there a way of explaining sort of the aesthetic of Sky Captain? Because it's easy to sort of say no sets and no locations or whatever, but in a way there's something much more wondrous about it than what's missing. It's sort of what...
I think it's like all the new technology that we have and all the things that are available to us now. And we're at that time, I think, as artists where we're not sure, how much that takes away or how much that can add or what exactly, we use it as to escape or to cheat something. And this is kind of using all of the technology we now have with these great stories that from the periods we love, like the 30s and 40s, and using it all and seeing how much we can make with it. What can we do? Well, how can we push it? And so that makes it very exciting. So that's using the blue screen and everything you can possibly do with all the new technology to make something that would be impossible without the technology, which was very, very exciting.
You said you loved Frankie. Can you explain for people who aren't going to know sort of who is Frankie? She's quite the character.
I just, we all have those characters you identify with, and I loved the story and the whole. But then I loved this woman who was very, she reminded me of these great. I'm a big fan of Winston Churchill. And these great orators and these great leaders in time, and she's certainly like the crazy kid's idea of, mixed in with some leather and a whole bunch of other things. But she has this, I got all these tapes of these old RAF pilots, and I'd hear them speak and about what they were speaking about, and they had this great way of talking about their planes and I think there's the essence of what that was is just I loved it and it fascinated me. So that, and then she had these secrets as a woman.
Is it hard to come up with a a character such as this in the absence of what would conventionally be, a set and props. Can you tell us about that?
Well, it's just one of those things that you think, because you don't know what's going to be created around you, oftentimes you can come walk into a set and you can understand that the set's going to help you. You're going to fit into the set. It's going to make sense in the movie. But as Frankie, just coming on with this eye patch, this leather, and this bubble on my head, and this outfit, and thinking, this is either going to make sense to this environment or it's going to be very strange, but I don't know where I am exactly. So you have to hope that, you have to trust that what they say they're going to make is going to be that world, because you haven't seen it yet.
I think those of us who sit on this side of the sort of the room will often sort of wonder what's it like to see a finished film when you've worked on it. But this must be more amazing still, mustn't it? Because I guess if you work on many of the films you've worked on, you kind of know what the location's like.
This one we had no idea.
Can you tell us what the experience of seeing it was like, or what do you?
I haven't seen it. I've seen pieces of it, but I haven't seen. And the pieces I've seen, I just think it had been explained to me, so it's what I was kind of expecting. But it's better than I did expect it to be, and it's just. I think it's also beautiful. I think it's, other than just being kind of like, we can have comic book type things or adventure type things, but I do think it's a piece of art. It's beautifully done.
As far as the director goes, he's a young guy.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that? Again, you've worked with many directors. Is there something that you would characterize?
Kerry is he's a really genuine artist, and this was this wonderful idea that he had, and he's with his history with computers and understanding all of the science of this that we don't understand, and he's unbelievably good-natured. He is maybe because he is not a typical director. I think we all just found him so honest and charming, and so just happy to be there on the set and excited about everybody coming together and making this thing that he'd been sitting on for so long and hoping would one day become something. And I think just that too, when you meet somebody who's had a dream and something they've worked on and they never knew if it would become a reality, and you're part of it becoming that reality, and you see how grateful they are and how excited they are and how hardworking they are, it's very nice.
And given this sort of innovative way of filmmaking, was it more challenging as an actor, or a very different experience, or is it just, at the end of the day?
It was only challenging that first moment of kind of realizing how that shyness, practicing the accent and wearing the outfit and sitting there and there's that moment of looking at yourself and thinking, I shouldn't do this. Maybe I'll just tone the accent down. Maybe I'll just not wear the, maybe I'll just, and then you just think, all right, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do it 100%. And it's just, once you cross over that, then I couldn't stop myself. I was camping it up every 5 minutes, and I was completely out of control. But it's just that first moment of resorting back to when you were like 6 or 7 and you just pretended and did it big.
I'm on my way.
How do we get past those machines? Take that to me. 5, 4. No! I see it!
3, 2. Tant qu'il vous faut pour acheter votre place. 3 minutes 20 secondes. Tant qu'il leur faut.
Allez, au boulot, au boulot, au boulot.
Pour voler votre voiture. Salut mes jolis. 60 secondes.
Roule. À toi de jouer, ma belle. Amène tes doigts de feu.
On va se la jouer à l'ancienne école.
Si on fait ça, on le fait à ma façon.
Ce qui est roux, ça m'a toujours branché.
Ok, on fonce.
« 60 secondes chrono.
Ancient legends tell of a place called the Cradle of Life. It is the source of all life and also of death. There lies a power that no man should ever hold.
Someone is after this ancient artifact. What we don't know is why. That terrifies us. Pandora's box. Do you mean the Greek myth?
That's the Sunday school version. It's a weapon more powerful than you could ever imagine.
Her Majesty formally requests that you find and recover this box before it's too late.
Oh. Well, now that I have Her Majesty's permission.
So this rock is the map to Pandora's box.
And just think you could take it now.
Oh, Croft. Do you really think I would do that to you?
Are you the one they call Beowulf? Such a strong man you are. A man like you could own the greatest tale ever sung. Beowulf, stay with me. Give me a son, and I shall make you the greatest king that ever lived. This, I swear. You will forever be king. Forever strong. Mighty. Beyond imagination.
What are you? She's not my curse. Not anymore.